Okay, so when we think of human behavior, we normally think of two things. We think of the way we interact with others and the way we interact with ourselves. Today we're going to talk about understanding how human behavior factors in healthy relationships and mental well-being. So human behavior is what a person does. It's what you do to make things change or keep them the same. It is how you react to situations. It's something that changes throughout your lifespan. Just a year ago, I probably would not be doing a talk like this. I admit I'm very nervous. This is my first time doing something like this. But, I made the choice to be here. This is my behavior. I'm a millennial. I grew up at a time where there was no phones, no social media, to now carrying the phone and the social media on you all day, every day. It's my phone, it's my bank, it's my mail, it's my calendar, it's my clock. I use it to talk with everyone in my life. I use it to connect with my family. I use it to plan my day. The technology has made things very convenient for us. It's changing our behavior, right? At a time where we would hang out in the schoolyard or pass notes in class to build the relationships, now we're doing it on social media. I made this choice, just as many of you here have as well. I chose to stop walking into banks and using an app instead to manage my accounts. I chose to use my phone as my calendar, as my clock, my mail. It's been so convenient to be in touch with everyone all over the world. This is our behavior. This is how it's impacting the way we communicate. That impacts our relationships. In 2020, the world closed down. I remember I was pregnant with my first child. I never thought in a million years I'd be doing a birth or breastfeeding class via Zoom, but I did. I never thought that I would be seeing clients through a computer screen, but I did. The shift to virtual was changing the way we did things. That perceived safety of the internet allowed us to make connections with people all over the world. I joined the Facebook group for moms. In that Facebook group, we talked about postpartum, we talked about the impact of the quarantine on our pregnancies. We spent hours of the days talking to each other. We built very strong relationships. Some of those relationships are even stronger than my real life in-person friendships. Why? Because these women were there for me in a time where I needed them, when we were all disconnected. Human behavior is supposed to be the potential and express capacity of humans to respond to external and internal stimuli throughout their lifespan. We have different stimuli now. We are responding differently. Our behaviors are changing. That impacts the way we build relationships. It's impacting our mental well-being. Social media and the internet has made things very accessible for everyone. Like I said, it's on our phone. We carry it with us. I've been working with students in schools as a mental health professional for 8 years. These kids, some of them can't even talk out loud anymore. They use an app to communicate. They've replaced the in-person interaction with the virtual. These students are struggling. Most of them won't talk face-to-face. They have a community that they're building online. Right? These are the choices this is what's happening now. These are the choices we are making and how it's impacting our youth, the technology. There are so many ways our choices are our behaviors. I have a private practice client. She has 2 chronic illnesses. One is her physical ailments. She grew up in a household where the narrative was that she needed to be taken care of. As an adult, she's rejected this. Her other chronic illness is her family. The interactions with them, the way that she was made to believe that she needed to be taken care of. These are all things that she identified as trauma for her. She's been challenging that every single day. She moved to New York away from her family. She only reaches out to them when she wants to check in, let them know how she's doing. She has created boundaries with them so that their attitude towards her doesn't continue to cause trauma on her. She decided to change her behavior. It was her choices. Choices, the way she made choices, the reason why she made her choices. That is human behavior. Human behavior, again, is the potential and expressed capacity of humans to respond to internal and external stimuli throughout the lifespan. So let's bring it back to choices. I made this choice to be up here today. You are in the driver's seat of your choices, just like everyone else. So how does it impact human behavior? How do you foster healthy relationships with these choices? I think back again to 2020, when I was pregnant and joined this mom group on Facebook. I really leaned on these moms. They were my family. And I know that the 65,000 other women in that group felt the same. I know this because I checked this morning. There's 65,000 in there. Never in a million years did I think that those relationships would be this strong. Today, 4 years later. Who here remembers the show Catfished? I come from that catfish era. A relationship that I built online of someone that I never met in person. That's very weary to me, right? I didn't believe in that. But it's true. I built those relationships with these women. It was very important for me to have them. Understanding how human behavior is a foster for healthy relationships and mental well-being. It's all about your choices. Good ones, bad ones, hard ones, easy ones. You choose. You are in the driver's seat. Whether you decide to use DoorDash to order your food, or you're going to call Danino's Pizzeria and talk to someone in person, that is your choice. You get to decide if you're going to use social media for positive or negative, whether you're going to make a positive impact. That is your choice. You get to choose what of you is human behavior. So what do you choose? Thank you.